Okay, y'all, so check it. I'm back with another video as usual. And as always, I plan to give you the best possible financial advice that I can give you based on principles that I either live by or methods and strategies that I'm using right now. So I know it's a proven fact that it works. So with that being said, I know the information that I'm giving you can turn you into a multi-millionaire, or if applied wrong, you could be one broke person. So it's all on you how you take this information. Okay, y'all, so check it. This is one of the most common questions I get right now, or that I got in the beginning when I first got into real estate, and that's most people asking, where do they start at? Or where did I start at? It's the simplest but hardest way for most people when you tell them, well, the first thing I did was educate myself. For one, that's a red flag to most people because they're not willing to put in that same effort as you. That's why they asking you how you did it, and they ain't putting no action behind them wanting to do it. So when you say educate yourself, if you listening to this video, this is a perfect start because it lets me know that you're interested in some topic of real estate, or else you wouldn't be listening to it. And another thing, there's so much free content that can serve as a starter kit on YouTube, podcasts. They got all different type of apps I can't think of right now off the dome, but that serve as good starter kits for you to get around other people that's doing the same thing as you, or something that you want to do and they already doing it. Then you do your own little research, of course, on your own time to verify everything that you heard from one mentor or another, or even on your job, one colleague or another. The next thing you do is you surround yourself around people who are already doing it. That's some of the best advice you can get, and that's some of the best free game and visuals that you can get. Like, take for instance, some of my guys ain't even in the real estate space. I'm in the middle of flipping a house. I might let them come check out how I'm doing the flooring, the marble counters, or light fixtures, or add-ons to the property. And a lot of people charge for that type of one-on-one coaching, or for you to do a day in the life with them, where they take you from one real estate to another. But yet, I just gave all my guys a free tour, broke it down step by step, how you do it, what I plan to accomplish, and how much I plan to make off of doing it, whether if I'm renting this property, flipping it, holding it, or doing a bird strategy, or whatever that may be. I break down each terminology and aspect of real estate to them, all free of cost. I'm not getting nothing out the deal. In fact, I may be inconveniencing myself by taking time out of my day to explain it to them, because that's time I'm taking away from getting the work done and getting that project finished. So I'm actually losing out of them type of deals. But I said that to say, get around people who's already doing it. I'm sure they're not gonna mind showing you how the process works, even if they not intentionally trying to show you. If you vigilant and you pay attention and you know how to pay attention to what's going on, you'll be able to learn a lot from that person without them even knowing that you learned it. Okay, so with that being said, is you want to actually take the chance and execute it. Like, forget talking about it. Put some money behind it. Pay a mentor. A mentor will help you prevent making a lot of them mistakes that you're going to make in the beginning process. And most people is rather, relatively cheap compared to them already losing, say, $100,000 in real estate because they made one mistake or another that they could have paid somebody else to teach them or mentor them so that they didn't make the same mistake. And yet they only wanted $1,000 or something like that. That $1,000 would have been more than worth you making a $50,000 mistake, or making an upgrade or repair to a house that you could have came out thousands of dollars cheaper had you known, or somebody pointed you in the right direction, gave you the right contractors, told you the right discount stores or online places you can get material way cheaper than your traditional store like Lowe's, Menards, or Home Depot. You want to look for the best possible deals, because what happens is once you put so much into a house, you should at least be expecting double to triple that amount back. And that's exactly my method. I can't go for nothing less than, if I put 50 grand into a house, I'm not about to turn around and take 60, because $10,000 I can make that just renting it out that first 5 months or 6 months of a year. So that wouldn't even be no money to me, but it's some people who that may be cool for. So you got to base a lot of the information I say on a case-by-case basis, because depending on what situation I'm in, that 10 might be appealing where it wasn't appealing to me 6 months ago, because I got multiple projects going on. I done spent more money than I intended to on one property or another, so I got to recoup that. So it's different ways, it's different times and seasons where you'll pull out flipping houses, wholesaling, buying traditional properties or investment properties, and a lot of that is based on the market. So you want to pay attention to when people is rushing to buy up a lot of it and when they not, because when people rushing to buy a lot of it, anytime somebody is approved for a certain amount, they's willing to max that whole amount out. Meaning if they're approved for $300,000, they willing to spend that whole $300,000 on a house, and sometimes even $310,000 because they overbid it. They wanted the house so bad. Where you as the investor would have came in and been able to get that house for maybe $160,000 to $200,000, paying cash up front, quick closing. That deal wouldn't have been appealing to the traditional seller. But in a market like today's, where the interest rates is at 7 or more percent, people scared of it. So this is the time to buy and not actually run. But once again, this is a case-by-case basis based on where your income is at, what your savings is looking like, or investment money is looking like. And it may be tempting or it may not be. It just depends on your risk level or your risk factor that you're willing to take, and what stage of life are you in right now. Okay, so back to execute. Even if you mess up in the beginning because you didn't want to pay a mentor, you know, some people would rather be cheap, think that they not paying, but end up paying more in the long run. So if you're one of them people who say, I can learn on YouTube, I can do this, it's a lot you can learn on YouTube, don't get me wrong. And like I said, if you listen to this video, you obviously trying to learn something off YouTube, so that's a good thing. So that's not what I mean. What I'm actually meaning by actually executing is putting some money out there into the atmosphere, whether it's that's making your own investment by yourself or paying for mentoring. And what you're going to do is you're going to force yourself to do it. You're not going to just sit around and talk about it now because you got money on the line. And why are you going to force yourself to really do it? Because I don't know nobody in their right state of mind who loves losing money. So when you execute and really put some money in the atmosphere on the deal, you're not going to sit around and procrastinate. You're going to force yourself to get up and figure it out, because you're going to be losing money by the day up until you do figure it out. Like I said, man, I done gave y'all more than a mouthful of what you can do when you're starting out in real estate, or what you can do more of, even if you consider yourself a seasoned investor, because we all got more room for improvement for sure. So hopefully you got something from this video. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Look forward to the next one, and I'm out of here.